And welcome back. As you can see, the plateau is completely leveled out and ready to begin construction. And I have laid down an outline of torches where the foundation is going to be. The two lines of torches going up the center are there mainly to show me where the center line of the place is. And I will soon be getting about the business of laying down the foundation along that outer line of torches. And then construction will proceed from there. And before I get to that, I want to cut briefly to a view of my world map and a little something that I've got planned there. Alright, what you see here is my world map. And I have recently updated this world map. I updated it last night, and then it took about, it took about an hour, a little over an hour to generate the map, and a little over 12 hours to upload all of the files, the over 18,000 files that make up the map. It shows the portals for the Gizels Island base, and the portal up by the main base, and when you double click on it, you zoom in. And I'm going to zoom in over here. And this island right here is a small island that you see on the way from the main base up over to the construction site over here. And what I'm going to be doing is I've decided on a way to celebrate the 500th subscriber. And what I'm going to be doing is that every time someone subscribes, I'm going to place an additional block of TNT on this island. And as of this morning, I have 180 subscribers, so I will be placing 180 blocks of TNT on this island. When I get to 500 subscribers, and there are 500 blocks of TNT on this island, what I'm going to do is put up like 3 or 4 observation points so that the explosion can be recorded from several different angles at the same time. And I'll make a backup of the world, set the explosion off and watch it from one point of view, and then restore the backup and do it again from another point of view, and so on. And what I'll do is I'll have a fire button that will then proceed to go through a whole bunch of repeaters to delay it long enough so that I can get from the fire button to a vantage point, say one here and one over here and one down here at least, and maybe a fourth one. And then I will, in editing, put all of those views on screen at the same time so that you can watch the explosion from 4 angles at once. And when I get to 500 subscribers, I will be setting off 500 blocks of TNT on this island. I'm pretty sure it will probably end up a crater. And then I will just arrange for it to be filled in with water. But that's what I've got planned for 500 subscribers. So be sure to subscribe, and every day when I see the new subscriber numbers, I will add the appropriate number of TNT blocks to the island. And now back to your regularly scheduled Minecraft video. And now I'm going to get about the business of replacing this line of torches with an actual foundation for the building. And what I'll be doing is digging down 2 blocks and putting in a 2-block high foundation of cobblestone. And so let's get to it. And now I'm going to arrange for some daylight and finish this job, and I'll catch up with you when I've got it all done. Alright, I've got the foundation layer finished, and I think before I go any farther on construction, this hole needs to be dealt with, because at the very least it needs to be filled in. And I never did find out if there was anything more down there than the little bit that I saw the first time I went in and fell down there. So, go ahead and head down here and see what we can find. I remember there was some mushrooms down there. I want to harvest those. And at the very least, fill the rest of it in. So, we'll get the mushrooms, including the one that went in the water. And given the number of brown mushrooms I'm collecting, the next time I'm down south, I think I'm going to adjust the mushroom farm to only produce red for a while. Alright, that's all of the mushrooms. See, I brought a few stacks of dirt with me for this. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling this in. And we'll see. As I recall, there was some openings up toward the top that I didn't get explored the first time, so I'll check them out. And I'll catch up with you when I have all this area filled in, up to there. Alright, I've got this thing about halfway filled up, and it's already taken 5 stacks of dirt to fill that in. I figure it's worthwhile because if stuff is spawning down there, I'm going to hear it in the mansion forever, and it's going to drive me nuts, so it's worth doing this. And there are a couple of tunnels here off to the side that bear checking out. Let's see. Some coal. And it looks like a dead end on this side. We'll see what we have over here. It looks like there's something there because I've got render set on short, but we'll see. At the very least, there is some iron in the wall over here that I'll want to collect. And this opens up into something. Okay. Let's just go ahead and grab this stuff as we go. Circumstances permitting, at least. Okay, this one is a dead end, and we can go ahead and call this one cleared. I seem to recall there was another option over here somewhere. Yes. Well, maybe not. Okay. Is that all there is to this? Well, let's grab the coal. It's hard to have too much coal. So handy for so many things. And then there's the iron over there behind it. Just to see if this opens up into anything. And it looks like it doesn't. Okay. Alright, if this is sufficiently covered and lit up, drop a few more torches just to be sure. No, doesn't look like there's anything here of any significance, so head back out and get the entryway filled up the rest of the way to the surface. After I get that iron. Okay. And now I will go ahead and fill this in the rest of the way up to the surface. And I'll catch up with you when I've got that taken care of. And that takes care of that. The only thing you missed there was the rather warm welcome I got from a couple of creepers that tried to jump me when I first came out of the hole. And I'd have recorded that, but I didn't have time to do that and take care of them. Okay, the next thing I want to do is something that I had actually planned on doing some time ago, and that is to make a map centered on the center of this building, which is the main reason for the lines of torches going down the center. So I'm going to take the crafting bench out there and craft the map there, because that's where I want it to be centered at. Alright. Compass and 8 sheets of paper. And we have a map. And it doesn't really show a whole lot right now, but we'll get it filled in over time. But I did want to have it made right here in the center of this building. Now, let's see. Need to start laying some of this out. I think I need to start over on this corner over here. I've spent a fair amount of my offline time working out the blueprints for this, and I have actually sketched out some actual blueprints. So I'm going to begin to get started here. And for that, I'm going to need some glass and some construction materials, and I will be right back with those. Alright, now as I was clearing the plateau and leveling it, I was collecting snowballs along the way, and I would be crafting them into blocks of snow because I wanted to go ahead and use that as the main construction material. Fair amount of windows in this. I'm not sure I'm actually going to have enough right off the get-go. I may have to go back and get more glass, but that's okay. I've had a bunch of it cooking for a couple of days now, so there will be plenty. Okay. Alright, how many is that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Alright. Very good. Let's see. Yes. Let's see, wait a minute. Okay. Alright, I need to go get some doors. Alright, got the doors. And one here. Alright, it looks a little odd now, I suppose, but that's alright. And now 6 blocks, and we do another window. That's 5, 6. And it's time to go get some daylight. I'll be right back. And I'm back. And now this side is pretty much a mirror image of the first side. So let's see. Take a quick look here. Yeah, alright. From this window we go 4 blocks and do another window. Alright, get a little bit of a look at this here. 4 windows, a big space, a window, bigger space, doors. Same thing on the other side. Okay, good. All right. Now I'm just going to go ahead and continue this first layer of snow all the way around, and then I'll get to the rest of the windows. Oh, yes, and yes, I am going to harvest this coal before I go covering it up with a building. There's too much of it here to ignore. Just fill this in with cobble. It helps if you press the forward key if you actually want to go forward. Otherwise, you just look like a creeper jumping up and down. Now, during the time I was clearing the plateau here, there were several snowstorms, and I collected probably almost a full chest of snow after I compressed the snowballs into snow blocks. So that was pretty good. Okay. Get to some more windows here. They all kind of mirror the other side. This side, the other side mirrors this side for windows, so let's head over there and get those placed. See, this is the fourth one, okay? And then there's a gap of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a window here. And then a gap of 6. And one on the 7th and 8th. No. That's where the door goes. And I'll be right back after I get another door. Alright. Doors on this side line up with the doors on the other side. So. Alright, that's better. Okay. A gap of 6 and more glass. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 and more glass. And now every 2 after that. Ah. This doesn't look right. Yeah. Does not look right at all. Hate wasting all that glass, but it's got to be right. All right. Okay. Wait for some daylight and figure out what's next.